you for joining me for this 45 minutes Vinyasa Flow. Today I think we're going to make our way to a half moon. So that will be our peak pose. If you have a block or two and you want to grab those can be really helpful in getting there. And if you don't have blocks, if you want to use books or cans, something that's just a little raised. You can even use a chair, so just options. Always good to have options. Whatever you need at any time, go ahead and use the props to your advantage. In child's pose, so just coming to your hands and knees, bring your knees apart and bring your big toes to touch and send the hips back. Then you can walk the hands forward and bring the forehead down to the mat. Closing the eyes. If you want to take the elbows wide and just relax the shoulders away from the ears, go ahead and do that. If you want to make a pillow with the hands, do whatever's comfortable for you right now. And with eyes closed, just start to really arrive into your space, arrive onto your mat. Arrive into your body. Just start to notice what's happening in the body. Starting at the crown of the head, noticing any thoughts. Being okay with whatever is happening there. No judgments. Just allowing yourself to observe the thoughts of the head. And then start to notice what's happening in the body. So notice where you're holding on to tension today. Noticing any aches, any pains, any stiffness. And just observing those two, not judging. Every day we wake up with a new body. So every day presents new challenges. Some days you might be feeling really great, completely throughout the body, and some days maybe you wake up and your neck is stiff, or your left hip doesn't feel quite right, or whatever it is. So just be in acceptance of what is right now and work with the body you woke up with today. Start to notice your breathing. Notice if it's really shallow or if you're taking deep belly breaths. And then together we'll take a couple of cleansing breaths. So a deep breath in through the nose. And then open the mouth and exhale it out. Again, in through the nose. And out through the mouth. Good, and then seal the lips and just start to breathe in and out through the nose now. Start to deepen your inhales and lengthen your exhales. If you would like to come into your Ujjayi breath, your ocean breath, and it's kind of like you're making this ha sound, but you've got your lips sealed. So it's a constriction in the back of the throat. If you'd like to stay with that Ujjayi breath throughout your practice, that's a good thing to try to focus on. And if you'd like to set an intention for your practice today, now's a good time to do that. So whatever it is, and it can be just one word. It can be acceptance. It can be strength or balance. It could be surrender. Whatever it is for you, we'll set that intention now. And together, let's take another deep breath in through the nose. Lion's breath. Open the mouth, stick the tongue out. start to blink the eyes open and bring the head up. We're going to walk the hands over to the right and set the left hand on top of the right hand. Send that left hip back towards the heels and just breathe into the side body. Good. Inhale, come to center and walk the hands over to your left. Right hand on top of the left hand and send that right hip back towards the heels and breathe. Breathing into that right side body now. Good side body stretch. If you can't feel it, walk the hands over a little bit more. Good. Inhale, come to center. And then bring yourself up to a tabletop position. So knees underneath the hips and wrists underneath the shoulders. All right, so let's take the right hand high and then thread the needle. So bring it underneath that left arm and take the right shoulder down, just coming into a twist here. So try and even out the hips. Don't let them swing over to one side. And maybe send that left hand forward. Or maybe you take that half bind if you want to take it around the low back and work on opening that left shoulder to the sky. Keep the belly button pulling in towards the spine as you twist here. Good. And then take the left hand in front of the face again. Press yourself up. And unwind that right arm. Take it back up. And then set it all the way down to your tabletop. Other side, inhale, left hand high. And then thread the needle right underneath the right arm. Take the left shoulder down, left ear down. Even out the hips. Maybe take the right hand forward. Or maybe take it behind you. Or a little bind. Keep breathing nice and even through the nose. Take the right hand in front of the face and bring yourself back up to your tabletop position. All right, so going to some cat-cow stretches here. Take the fingers really wide. On your inhale, lift the chin, lift the tailbone, drop the belly. Let the shoulder blades reach back towards the hips. And then exhale, push away and round the spine. Chin to the chest, hollow out the belly. And inhale as you come forward again. So go ahead and move through some cat-cow stretches on your own. Just move with your breath. Add any other movements that feel good to you today. And then coming back to center when you're ready. All right, so keeping the belly button pulling in towards the spine to flatten that low back. And then inhale, take the right toes back and lift up through the heel. Keep the toes pointing down, keep the belly button in towards the spine, and then take that left arm forward, coming into a balancing stick, breathing nice and even. Now adding some core work. Let's take the elbow to the knee. So round the spine and move slowly here. Inhale, open up. So like you're moving through water. Exhale, nice and slow, elbow to knee. Inhale, open. And exhale to center. Good. Inhale, open it back up. Take the left hand down. Drop the right toes and then drop the right heel. We'll open to your right. So right hand comes high. You can kick the left foot behind you for balance. Try and keep the shoulders away from the ears. If you want to take a look up towards the thumb, if you're okay with that, go ahead. If you want to add strength, we're going to lift the right leg. Flex the toes. Belly button stays pulling in towards the spine. Maybe we add a little bit of a thigh or a quad stretch here. So bend the right knee and reach back with the right hand. And then just pull the heel towards you. Try and keep that thigh parallel to the mat. Maybe you kick the foot into the hand to bring the shoulder back a little bit more. Good. Release the hand, coming back. And then look down to the left hand. Right hand comes forward, right knee comes forward. And we'll go to the other side. So inhale, left foot back. Keep the hips even. Drop that left hip so that it's parallel to the right. Lift the toes. Keep the belly button pulling in, really pushing away from the mat. And then send the right hand forward, palm facing in towards the midline. Breathe, breathe, breathe. And then exhale, knee to elbow, round the spine. Inhale, open up. Nice and slow. Exhale with control here. Inhale, open. One more time. Inhale, open up. Take the right hand down, drop the left toes, drop the left heel, and take the left hand high. So opening to your left. If you want to kick the right foot behind you for balance, go ahead and do that. You can stay looking towards the side of the room, or maybe you take the gaze up towards the thumb. Just relax the shoulders away from the ears, maybe lifting that left leg now. Flex the toes. Pull the belly button in towards the spine, and breathe. If you tried it on the other side, go ahead and bend the knee, reach back to your foot. You can just bring the heel in towards the outer hip here. A little bit of a quad stretch, and then start to kick the foot into the hand, opening the shoulder. So notice the left shoulder goes back. Breathe. And then release, coming back. And left hand down, left knee down. And we'll make our way now to our first downward facing dog. So really grounding down through the base of the knuckles and the fingertips, tuck the toes, lift the hips up and back. Start to bend one knee and then the other. When you're ready, find some stillness in your downward facing dog. So really pushing the hips back away from the wrist. So grounding down through the base of the knuckles as if you're dragging the mat forward. And then really sending the heels towards the mat. Keep the shoulders wide, keep the shoulders out of the ears. Good. Inhale, come high to the tippy toes. Exhale, bend the knees a lot, look forward, and step to the top of the mat. Okay, hang here in ragdoll now. So you can keep the feet hip distance apart, keep a bend in the knees, and grab opposite elbows and sway side to side. Then release the hands, keep your chin to the chest, pull the belly button in, and just slowly start to come up, rolling up one vertebra at a time. Chin comes up last. Moving slow. Good. Inhale, shoulders up, and exhale, roll them back and down. 2 more times like that. Inhaling up. Exhale it back and down. 1 more. Inhale. And exhale, back and down. All right, coming into mountain pose. You can keep your feet hip distance apart. If you have any issues with balance, that's a really good idea. Otherwise, you can bring your feet together, heels slightly apart, grounding down through all 4 corners of the feet. Spread the toes wide. Inhale, let's reach up. And exhale, hands to heart center. Good. Hands by the sides, palms facing forward. Close the eyes, take a deep breath in, and a deep breath out. Good. Let's go to Surya Namaskar A. Inhaling, arms up. And exhale, forward fold. Bend the knees if you need to. Belly button pulling in towards the spine to protect the low back. On your inhale, lifting halfway, chin up, flat back. Exhale, plant the palms and step the feet back, coming into a plank position. Shoulders over wrists. If you need to take the knees down, take the knees down and bring your heels to the glutes. Okay, if you're with me in plank, hold here, pubic bone reaching towards the belly button, gaze just above the mat, really pushing away from the mat here. One more breath. And then on your inhale, come to the tippy toes, rock forward, and then slowly lower all the way down to the mat, nice and slow. Good. Release the feet back, the toes back, and then inhale for baby cobra, reaching the heart forward. Keep the elbows squeezing in towards the sides of the body, shoulders away from the ears. Ground down through the hips and lift the hands off the ground. Take the hands out to the sides and tent the fingers. Bring the forehead down. Take a breath here. On your inhale, ground down through the hips and inhale it all the way up. Good. Lower all the way back down. Bring your hands to the low ribs here. Squeezing the elbows in once again. Now we're going to inhale up to high cobra or to upward facing dog. Reach the heart forward. Bring the shoulders back. Good. And then coming back to downward facing dog. Okay, always options for your vinyasa. So you choose if you're taking the knees down or staying with your plank, lowering all the way to the floor, or going to chaturanga where you just come down halfway. Okay, or you can always skip a vinyasa, right? Do whatever you need to do to take care of yourself today. This is your practice. On your inhale, come high to the tippy toes. Exhale, bend the knees a lot. Look forward and step or hop to the top of the mat. Inhale, lifting halfway. Chin up, flat back. Exhale as you fold. Inhale, root to rise up. And exhale, hands to heart center. Good. Inhaling up. Exhale, forward fold. Uttanasana. Inhale, lifting halfway. Exhale, plant the palms, step the feet back. Take the knees down or stay here. We're going to come down halfway for chaturanga. Keep the elbows by the sides. Flip the feet back. Inhale to cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale to downward facing dog. See if you can really widen through the shoulders. I want you to think of armpits facing each other. Breathe nice and even. Inhale high to the tippy toes. Exhale, bend the knees, look forward, and step to the top of the mat. Inhale, lift halfway, chin up, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, root to rise up. And exhale, hands to heart center. Good. Inhale, let's take the arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lift halfway, chin up, flat back. Exhale, plant the palm, step the left foot back. Okay, and then heel toe the right foot over towards that right hand. Drop the back knee down and release the toes. Bring your hands to the right thigh. Come to Anjaneyasana, low lunge. Make sure the ankle stays underneath the knee. Tailbone reaching down. Take the arms up. Breathe. Right hip crease pulling back, left hip pulling forward. Good. On your exhale, we're going to cactus the arms and reach the heart up. And then inhale it back up. Good. Take the left hand out to the side and then reach it behind you. So back of the hand is towards your back now. And then try to bring the hand in between the shoulder blades. Bend the right elbow and reach back for the left fingers. If you can reach them, that's great. If not, you're just working towards that. And one side might reach and the other might not. If you are here, maybe take the gaze up, still adding that upper back bend. One more breath here. Good. Release the hands. Take that left hand all the way up. And then go ahead and take the hands down. We're going to tuck the back toes, send the right foot back to meet the left, and go through a vinyasa or meet me in downward facing dog. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale to downward facing dog. One more breath here. Inhale, high to the tippy toes. Exhale, bend the knees, look forward, and step to the top of the mat. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, root to rise up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Good, other side. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the palms, step the right foot back. Heel toe the left foot over towards the left hand, and then drop that right knee down. Release the toes, hands to the left thigh, bring yourself up. Anjaneyasana, low lunge. Inner thighs sort of hugging in towards the midline. You're going to press that front thigh away from the hip. Pull that left hip back, right hip forward. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, cactus the arms. Reach the heart up. Good. Inhale up. And now taking the right arm out to the side and then bringing it behind you and reaching up in between the shoulder blades. And if that's not happening today, don't be discouraged. You can stay here, right? Just go to where you're comfortable and then bend that left elbow and reach back here. So if you have a strap, you can always use a strap for this and then start to work on bringing your hands closer together. You can use your ponytail. And like I said on the other side, one side might be able to reach, the other side might not. This is that side for me. Maybe take the gaze up. Breathe nice and even. Good. Release the hands, take them all the way up. And then take the hands all the way down to the mat. Tuck the back toes, lift the knee up, send the left foot back to meet the right. Chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Great job. Couple of breaths here. Good. On your inhale, take the right leg high. All right. So now we're going to bend that right knee and just open the hips to the right. That right knee is reaching up towards the sky. Breathing here. On your inhale, send that right foot back again. Come high to the left tippy toes, bend the right knee, and bring it in towards the nose. Pushing away from the mat, really rounding the spine. Now look forward and step the right foot through. Good. Set the back heel down. Back foot at a 45-degree angle, and it's about heel to heel alignment. Send the right hip back, left hip forward, reach the heart forward, and come on up. Virabhadrasana 1. Really grounding down through the outer edge of that back foot. Square the hips, square the shoulders, shoulders over the hips. Good. Sink down a little bit lower into that front knee. Make sure the ankle's right underneath the knee. Knee is pointing towards the second toe. Keep that front foot, front knee exactly how it is. We're going to open to warrior two. So back foot pivots. You may have to widen your stance here. Ground down through the outer edge of that back foot again. Sink down into that front knee. Relax the shoulders down and breathe. Good. All right, reverse the warrior. Flip the palm up to the sky. Backhand touches the back leg. Breathe. Good. Inhale, come back to warrior two. Hands to the waist. We're going to straighten the front leg. Make our way to Trikonasana, triangle pose. So maybe you can bring that back foot forward a little bit and turn the toes in slightly. Start with your hands on the waist. So we're going to take this front hand and just press the hips in. The back hip bumps out. All right. Now, if you need to micro bend the front knee, go ahead and do that. And then take the arms out and take the right hand down to the shin, or maybe to the floor, or maybe even to a block. So in Trikonasana, you want to try to keep both sides of the body parallel, long, shoulder stacked over shoulder, hip stacked over hip. Good. All right. Now, go ahead and bend the front knee a little bit. We're going to take the hand or the block, okay, and take it about 6 to 10 inches in front of the pinky toe. Take your left hand to the waist. Drag the back foot up a little bit. Okay, making our way to half moon pose. So lift up and open the hips again. The hips are open to the left. You can flex the back toes and stay strong here. Maybe you can take the left hand up towards the sky. Try and straighten that standing leg whenever you're ready. Breathe. Good. If your balance is good, you can take your gaze up towards the thumb. If any of you want to add that, I forget what it's called now, sugarcane. So for sugarcane pose, from half moon, you're bending that left knee, reach back to that foot, and then kick the foot into the hand. When you're ready, slowly come on out of that and step back to a warrior two. Good. Windmill the hands all the way down. Send the right foot back to meet the left. Go through a vinyasa or meet me in downward facing dog. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Shake the head, yes and no. Make sure that neck stays nice and loose. On your inhale, take the left leg high. Then bend the knee and open the hips to the left so that left knee reaches up. Good. Send that left foot back again. And then come high to the right tippy toes. Knee to nose. Round the spine. Push away from the mat. Pull the heel towards the glute. Look forward and step it through. Drop the back heel down and get ready for Virabhadrasana 1. Heel to heel alignment. Back foot's at a 45-degree angle. Look forward. Square the hips. Inhale, come on up. So left hip back, right hip forward, sinking into that front knee, ankle underneath the knee. Pull the belly button in towards the spine. Relax the shoulders down. And then we'll open to warrior two. So pivot on that back foot. Widen the stance if you need to. Relax the shoulders down. You should be able to see your left foot. Inhale, palm up to the sky, and reverse the warrior. Inhale to warrior two. Hands to the waist. We're going to straighten that front leg and then go to triangle. So bring the back foot forward a little bit, turn the toes in slightly, and then bring that left hip back, bump that right hip out. Good. Now open the arms and take the left hand down to your shin or to the floor or to a block. You can have a micro bend in that front knee. Right hand towards the sky. So imagining that you are in between two walls here. Bring that left hip in, right hip back. Good. All right, making our way to half moon. Take the right hand to the waist. Bend the front knee. We're going to hop forward a little bit. And then taking your hand in front of the pinky toe here, or maybe using your block. Maybe I'm saying like 10 inches here. And then lift up. Start to open your hips to the right. Flex the back toes. When you're ready, take the hand up and breathe. Try to stay long in the torso. You're looking down or looking towards the right side of the room. If you tried it on the other side, go ahead and bend the right knee and reach back for that foot. Kicking the foot into the hand to open that shoulder a little bit more. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Coming back to half moon. Bend the front knee and slowly coming back to warrior two. Awesome work. All right, so I don't know if we reverse the warrior this time or not. So we're going to flip the palm up, exhale it back. Good. Inhale, windmill the hands all the way down to the mat, and then meet me in child's pose. So you can go through a vinyasa or just go straight to child's pose. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale, child's pose. Take the knees wide. Couple of breaths here. Good. Inhale. Come on up. We're going to walk the knees forward and swing them out to the side and just make your way to your seat. All right. So let's go ahead and ground down here. Flex the toes. Ground down through the sit bones. Bend the knees if you need to, if the hamstrings feel tight. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, pull the belly button in and hinge at the hips. Reach forward with the heart, and then once you've reached your edge, then you can let the hands go. Let the head go. Good. Inhale, slowly make your way up. All right, so we're going to bend the, well, no, you can keep the left leg straight. We're going to take the right ankle and create a figure four here. Okay, so ankle across the right thigh, flexing the toes, sitting up tall. Okay, now bring your hands behind you. Reach the heart up. Here you can start to bend the left leg. Okay, so bringing the heel as close to your body as you can without rounding the spine. So lift the heart up, keep the spine long. Breathe, breathe, breathe. So find that good stretch for you. Good. Maybe some of you can bring the foot to the inside of the left elbow and just sit up straight here. You can even hug and cradle this right leg here. Stay tall in the spine. Just play with it. Good. Slowly release and let's switch sides. So sending right foot forward, taking the left ankle to the left thigh, flexing the toes here, and then just start with hands behind you. Start to bend that right knee. Just going to where it feels okay in your body, and one side might feel different than the other. You want to stay lifted in the spine, heart reaching forward. Maybe you can take that foot to the inside of the right elbow, and maybe you can hug this left leg, but stay tall through the spine. Reach the heart forward. Maybe you can cradle this leg a little bit. Maybe send the right foot forward. Slowly release. And let's make our way down to the mat. So slowly lowering down and go into a reclined twist here. So just take the arms wide, and then we're going to shift the hips over to the left and drop both knees over to the right. Looking towards the left hand, relax the shoulders, relax the jaw. If you want more, you can take the right hand to the outside of that left thigh. If you need to adjust your legs in any way, go ahead. Just letting go here, letting go of all that you did or didn't do today. Back to your breath. How's that Ujjayi breath? One more breath here. And then we'll inhale back to center. Taking the arms into a T again, and then shifting the hips over to the right and dropping both knees over to the left. Looking towards the right hand, relaxing the shoulders down. Maybe taking that left hand to the outside of the right thigh if you want to use your hand to guide the legs closer to the floor. Make any adjustments that you need here. Close the eyes, relax the jaw. Breathing into where you feel any tension, letting it go. Use your exhale to let it go. One more breath here. And on your inhale, come on back to center. Shift the hips back to center. And then let's hug the knees in towards the chest, just rocking side to side. Good. Stopping in the middle, we're going to hug really tight now. Bring the chin up, squeezing into a tight ball, maybe wrapping the arms around the shins. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. And then slowly release, taking one foot forward and then the other, and letting the feet just fall open. Tuck the shoulder blades underneath the back, arms to the sides, palms up. Close the eyes. Shavasana. Continue breathing in and out through the nose. Observing any thoughts in the mind. Try not to attach to those thoughts. Instead, see them as clouds passing by. Whenever you notice it, see if you can gently remind yourself to just bring your attention back to your breath, back to the air coming in and out of the nostrils. Feel the connection of your body to the earth. Notice each place that's touching the mat, the earth. We'll take a couple more breaths here in silence. If you can stay here longer, feel free, just stay here longer. Okay, slowly coming back, wiggling your fingers and your toes, and stretching your arms overhead. Give yourself a wake-up stretch. And then bringing your knees in towards your chest and rolling over to your side, coming into a fetal position. Take just a moment here to think about all that you have to be grateful for today. When you're ready, slowly bring yourself back up to a seated position. You can keep the eyes closed if you'd like. Just ground down through the sitting bones and sit tall through the crown of the head, hands onto the knees. And then together one last time, we're going to take a deep breath in through the nose, holding it at the top. And then opening the mouth to slowly let it go. Bring your hands to heart center and bow your head, connecting your head to your heart. And bring your head back up. The light in me sees and honors the light in each of you. Namaste.